All right, guys, I want to show you how to get a page set up just like this one, where your headline is the correct font, where all your captions are spaced and added correctly, where you're using the right fonts. Let's take just a quick look at what we've got here. You can see our headline here, and I'm going to show you how to make sure it's the right size and the right location and the right spacing. We got a caption over here. Let's zoom in on that guy. Notice it's got a label like top and bottom. You'll notice the names and grades are bolded. You'll notice there are some things that have italics. And then down here at the bottom, you'll notice that we bolded my name, even though we never referred to me in the caption. So we're going to talk about how and why I did all of those things. So Control-0 a couple of times to reset my screen. And I'm just going to build these boxes real quick. So hold on. All right, so I've got my boxes added. Now let's throw some photos in there. So I'm going to click on not the portraits button, the images button over here. And I'm going to find my pictures. Here is this one. So I'll drop that one in there. And this one comes in here. And let's move that ugly guy and put this one in here. And there you go. I got my photos in there. And now we need to start adding our text. Let's start with the headline. You don't know this yet, but the goal is for every headline throughout the entire yearbook to use the same font in the same size so that it looks consistent. I know that doesn't seem like something that might be important, but it is. So let's talk about how this works. So I'm going to grab my text tool, keyboard shortcut T over here on the toolbar. And you notice down here at the bottom, things change to my text options. And what I have here is my caption styles, or sorry, my character styles, I want to call this character styles. And if I click on this, you can see I have a character style called headline. So I'm going to go ahead and choose headline as my character style. And then I'm going to come up here and notice, headlines are big text. So we want to make sure when we're creating these boxes that we do pretty big boxes. And remember, I'm going to worry about getting it lined up after I type it. And remember, Edesign puts in random text at first. So I'm just going to triple click on it to delete it. And I'm going to type in, "You won't believe what happened." And remember, this is a mod about crazy things that happened over the quarantine. So we're going to just, we wouldn't want to put crazy quarantine for our headline because we don't put that. We want to put something that kind of relates to what happens in the mod. So let's take a look real quick at this headline and kind of what happened here. You won't believe it, but you can see it's a little too long. It doesn't quite fit over my dominant photo. So I got a couple different options here. I could, in theory, move this photo up like this, and then move this one up as well. And that does solve that problem because now the headline is lined up just right. But that's the easy solution. What would be a different way we could solve it? Well, what we could do is we could take the what happened. We could delete it from that text box. I should have probably cut it rather than just deleting it. Oops, I accidentally made a new text box there. Let's make this one a little bit smaller so it fits. Make a new text box. And I'm going to throw my what happened in this box. And see how it disappeared? Because the reason why is because this box is too small for the text that's in it. So I'll just grab my selection tool and I'm just going to make this box a little bit bigger. And I'm okay with that sticking over just like that, just a little bit. But this now needs to be lined up to the right. And then we do want to come in and make sure that our text is, of course, a half pica from the photo. So I'm going to zoom in real close. And I'm just going to use my arrow keys at the bottom of my text, right here at the bottom of these letters, not the bottom of the box or the blue line, but the bottom of the text. And then the right edge of the text is lined up right on the edge of that green. Then same thing over here with this one. Do the same thing, use my arrow keys to line that up just right about there. And there you go. Just like that, I've added my headline, Control-0 to zoom out, and that looks pretty good. Okay, let's start adding a caption. So since the majority of the text I'm going to add is going to be caption text, before I add my text boxes, I'm going to change my character styles to caption black, just regular caption. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit, and I'm going to just start here in the top left-hand corner of that green box. Oops, just kidding. And drag a box. Remember, if you don't get it just right, that's fine. You can see, because I accidentally clicked on headline, it switched back to headline text. Not a big deal. What I'm going to do is just triple click to select all of it. Come down here and click on this and choose caption black. And I'm going to go ahead and type in my captions into here. And we'll pick it up after I do that. Okay, so what I've done here is, let's take a look at my captions here. Oops, I zoomed in a little too much there. There we go. That's a little better. So we've got several things that we need to identify more appropriately here. If I can get this to show up. Come on. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, so we need to fix several things. First, let's start with the caption starter. In this case, it's the word top. Well, guess what? Down here in the character styles, we have caption starter black. So I'm just going to choose that. And as long as we're on that, let's choose bottom. And we'll set that one as well. Caption starter black. Next, we got to do names. So let's find names and grades. Always get highlighted together. So I'm going to choose the name and the grade there for Jenna Jefferson and click on this and choose name black. And that looks pretty good right there. And notice the name shows up here again at the end. It says Jefferson said. We're not going to change that one. We're just going to leave that. We've already highlighted her name. We would only highlight it one time in this photograph. How about down here? Well, here we got a name again. So we got to highlight this and choose. Oops, I missed that little bracket. So let's re-highlight it. Come down here and choose name black. And then notice we do reference the school play, and as we use the official name Flowers for Algernon. Anytime we use plays or movies or music or song titles or anything like that, we always want to change that to italics black, caption italics black. So again, down here at the bottom, we say said Thomas. Don't need to redo that one. But what if our quote or our caption has a big quote in it, like this one over here? Is this entire caption is just a quote from me. There's no story. We're not telling the story through caption because I'm telling the story through quote. So what we do in that situation is we don't end the caption with like said Mr. Matt Johnson, because the whole thing is just a quote. So we just end it with period, quotation mark, Mr. Matt Johnson. And in this case, because my name's nowhere else in here, we do bold it just like that. So again, we would have selected it, come in here and chosen name black just like that. So I would then, in this case, since I want that over there, I'm just going to come in here, right click, choose copy, come over here, create a new text box. Again, probably want to make sure before I create this box that I'm on caption black. You don't have to do that. It just kind of helps avoid a step. And I'll triple click to select it all, right click and choose paste. And then now we do need to come in here before we're done, is we do need to come in here and clean these up just a little bit, because look at my edges. The top of my text is not a half pica from the bottom of the photo. So again, I'm going to use the arrow keys, move things over, and then look at this edge of this photo right here. Oh my gosh. That is a huge, huge travesty right there. There we go. So what happened here is I'm trying to resize this photo, but once the photo's in there, if you resize one side, it resizes all the sides. So a quick fix for that is just click on the photo, click on this crop tool right here. And you can move that, and then you move that box right there. And that only moves that side for you there. Kind of obnoxious. And then my text looks good there. Let's come over and check these captions over here. So again, I do need to click on this one, and I want to line the top of this text up with the top of that photo. I know it's super nitpicky, but that's the nice thing about having those green boxes there, is it makes it real simple. And then I do need to use the arrow keys on my keyboard to go left a little bit to get that lined up. And man, that looks really solid. Control 0 to zoom out. And that looks awesome. My spacing is tight. My photos are tight. My captions are perfect. All of my character styles are nailed. I got them right. Let's see. Did I miss any of the character styles? Caption black, caption italics, caption starter, headline, and names. Nope, we got them all. You'll notice these all have a white option. And just in case, sometimes we will take a caption, and every once in a while we'll put it over the top of a photo like that. And in that case, we'd probably want to use white text instead of black text. But in this case, caption black, everything black works just fine for this. When you're all done, make sure you go to File, Save. And then once it saves up, click on this Return to Book View, and you are done. Well done.